If I were sharper,
yes,
I could have leaked this before it was announced. I'll tell you why. But I'm not sharp enough. So, obviously, Steve Cohen knew what was going on with the show. He had tweeted Al back.
You knew that you were on the hunger strike, yes.
He knew that I was on the hunger strike.
100%.
He knew I wasn't eating until a big name was coming to the Mets. I looked down at my phone, and I've got a message on Twitter, direct message. So I look at the direct message. Now, this is about 10:45.
Yeah.
10:45 in the morning. All right, this deal was, afternoon, maybe 12:45.
Couple hours later, yeah.
A couple hours later. 10:45, I look at a direct message on Twitter. Guess who that direct message is from?
Steve Cohen.
Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen sends me a message, says, what qualifies as a signing? So if I am just a little bit sharper, so what qualifies as a signing, by the way, to end your hunger strike, right? So I explained to him, listen, I went 36 hours, I stopped, I couldn't do it, I wasn't cut out for it, but really I was talking about signing one of the big names like Bauer, Springer, LeMahieu. That's what I was talking about.
Right.
So if I had just been a little bit sharper and said, why? You got news? If I just said that instead, I might have had it. But no, he was toying with me yesterday.
Yes, he was.
The great Steve Cohen was toying with me yesterday.
Right.
When he said, what qualifies as a signing? So then, he doesn't say it, doesn't say anything, by the way.
Right.
Did not tell me about it.
Right.
Just said that, just to toy with me, and to see if I was sharp enough, and I wasn't. And then a couple hours later, the news comes out. Bing. Another message comes in. Steve Cohen.
Yeah, what does he say this time?
He said, not a signing. Just to mess with me again.
It's an acquisition is what it is.
It's an acquisition.
Yes.
It will be a signing at some point. And by the way, that Steve Cohen stuff that yesterday, when he was having fun with this thing, made my experience personally that much better in all of this. Now, I wouldn't normally share a direct message. The reason I'm doing that is because he's a Mets fan. I'm a Mets fan. He's paying attention to the show, and he loved the fact that this was going on yesterday. So he didn't just love it from the standpoint of, hey, the team that I just bought is getting better, because that's the obvious one. He also loved it in the fact that he's a fan, and he saw how happy it made everybody else. He knew that I was talking about it, you were talking about it on the air, and he wanted to share in that joy. So it was just absolutely tremendous, the whole thing yesterday. I mean, to not actually win a game or win a series or win a championship and to see that much joy out of the fan base, there's not a lot of moments like that where everybody is that joyous and it's not attached to a win. But what the Met fan had gone through for many years, the anticipation of Steve Cohen taking over and what it could mean, and a culmination moment like you had yesterday afternoon brought out so much happiness in this fan base that's been angry, that's been dormant, that's been frustrated, and it was great. It was a celebration.
That's right. And you know, the other thing, too, here is, remember, he's also trying to rebuild or, add on to a brand that has been down since 2015.